he's done with you. He means it. Really? Because the motherfucker said he was done multiple times last year, and so did all of the motherfucking people who do these things. It didn't stop last year when he said it was going to stop, did it? No, there's another one I was going to show you. Oh, yeah. No, that's not the one. Where's the other fucking comment? I replied to it. They probably deleted it as soon as I replied to it, because I replied to it. Pieces of shit. Maybe it's on this one. Oh, your mom was a stranger at her death. No, your mom is your mom. My mother was not a stranger at my death. At her death, I knew who my mother was. And I knew that she did not love me. Let's see, you berated Aunt Cathy about her relationship with her mother. Yeah, I do. Do you know why? Because for the last decade that her mother was alive, Cathy entirely ignored her. Cathy went years without sending her mother a birthday card or a Christmas card. She would leave those sitting up on top of her TV and laughingly say that she just keeps forgetting to send them out. But every year, my grandmother would sit by the phone and check the mailbox and cry because her children were not sending her those cards. There's a big difference between a mother who loves her children being neglected and a mother who does not give a shit about her children being left behind. My mother did not love me. My mother does not love me. My mother went to her grave not loving me. And there are people in the comments who say that they flat out say, you were not her daughter. Well, fine, I was not her daughter. I do not belong to this family, which is why this family sees it as okay to treat me the way that they do. Let's see. You up and left, leaving your own mother. No. No! I did not. My mother up and left her family. Did anybody talk about that? Does anybody talk about the year that I moved out where my mother also moved out? She ran away and wound up in fucking Louisiana living with some family as their maid because they felt bad for her. And after a couple of months, they finally tracked down a family member who happened to be me. And I picked her up and I took her in. I bought her a whole new wardrobe, and the very next day she started screaming and saying she wanted to take it back to the store for the money so she could get some alcohol. That was my fucking mother. You don't know what you're talking about, but I didn't abandon her. I grew up, graduated high school, and got married and moved out like any fucking person is supposed to do. That's what you are supposed to do. Growing up and getting married is not the same as abandoning your family. It is the natural order of life. You are supposed to get married. You are supposed to move out of your home. It is the way it is supposed to be. I am not a bad person for getting married and moving away from home. But that's what you want me to believe. I did not abandon my mother. I tried to help my mother, and she made it perfectly clear to me that she did not love me or want me in her life. My own mother would never have loved me. You didn't even know she died until somebody told you via social media. Yeah, because I have no family to keep me in touch with those things. You pissed your own relationship with your mother away, and you don't even care. You didn't even reach out yet. You had all the time in the world to stalk Cathy's move. It just doesn't look good. How am I stalking Cathy? I don't know what she is doing aside from what people in my comments tell me she is doing. She is the one that is stalking me. She is the one that is stalking me, not the other way around. I don't care what Cathy is doing as long as she leaves me alone. I don't care. Then why do you complain about AP and Virgie so much? They are internet strangers and not family. No, they are family because they say that Cathy is their aunt. Cathy is their aunt. Their aunt. Well, if she is their aunt, that makes them my relatives, doesn't it? Because whether they accept it or not, Cathy is my blood relative. Cathy is blood related to my mother. She is blood related to my sisters. She's blood related to my grandmother. I am blood related to her and her children. We are related by blood. We have the same DNA running through our veins. AP and Virgie have both done extensive interviews with my aunt, and the majority of their information that they have gathered, that they have shared with people, is from my aunt. It's not another lie. Virgie and AP are not strangers because the information that they are getting is coming directly from my abusive family. I'll say it again. Adonis Paul and Virgie G have done interviews with my abusive family. The information that they have put out in the world, the reason people want me dead is because of what my aunt has said and what Adonis Paul and Virgie G have helped her to make spread as far as possible so that I would hurt myself. Adonis Paul and Virgie G are not strangers. They are my family. They have said themselves, Cathy is their aunt. Their aunt. Well, if she is their aunt, then they are my cousins because we share the same blood. And you cannot just sever that relationship because it is literally blood.